We never had the socialist uprising. Even though I made it a guaranteed thing. Not quite so guaranteed then, I guess. Iron Guard Romania has joined the Belgrade Pact. So has Greece. Foundation of the Belgrade Pact. Right, lease, lend, leases. Next delivery in 7 days. We've sent 14? 50 out of 15. What's that even mean? United Baltic Duchy. Whoa! This was unexpected. France declared war on Austria. Austria! Though there are some that believe the old-fashioned colonial wars are a relic of the pre-Welt Creek era, recent events in Africa have thrown that man's thirst for battle on the Dark Continent is not in any immediate danger of abating. Growing tensions between German Middle Africa and the Portuguese colonies have degenerated in recent months, from some farcical disputes involving little more than cattle raiding into open conflict for Mozambique and Angola. So the United Baltic Duchy declared war on Latvia, Middle Africa declared war on Portugal, France declared war on Austria, Argentina declared war on Patagonia, and the United Baltic Duchy declared war on Estonia, the Baltic War. For many years, the United Baltic Duchy, set up by the Germans after their conquest of the former Russian governance during the Weltkrieg, has marginalised its native Estonian and Latvian populace, though the local population has been ruled by the local German elites for centuries with the imposition of a German ducal structure under Duke Friedrich, the policies that both favoured German settlers and undermined the natives. How are you... what? Why are you... huh? Did Switzerland get a guarantee from Austria which pulled the Commune into war against them? The Chilean-Argentinian War. Tensions have been running high between the two regional powers for years now as the ideological differences drove the nations further and further apart. War over Haute Savoy. The world has watched with looming apprehension as the Commune of France has been made increasingly aggressive demands for control of the Swiss-occupied region of Haute Savoy. The region has been occupied by Swiss forces since the end of the Weltkrieg, and Bern's refusal to recognise the communal government in Paris as the rightful owner of the territory has inflamed tensions between the two. Today, however, instead of continued negotiations and diplomatic action, it was artillery fire that marked the next steps in negotiations. As French troops crossed the border into Switzerland, negotiations are broken down. It seems the French are willing to retake their prize by force, if need be. And Switzerland immediately attacking outwards. Probably not the best idea the Swiss have ever had. The Swiss are going to be fighting like all of this. There are no Germans supporting them. At least not yet. How are my lend-leases going through? United Baltic... oh, that was quick. That was really quick. So, the CSA has received some convoys and some guns. This group has also received some. Though the American ones are going a lot quicker. So there is no more Baltic Duchy. Okay. It looks like the Carlists are starting to struggle quite hard. Japan announces their ambitions. Though the situation in Japan has been critical ever since the peace with honour, the numerous economic crises, unrest and ineffective response to German interventions in China, leading to the collapse of the autocratic Tanaka regime. Font launches totalist coup in Patagonia. With war raging between Carlist Argentina and Chilean-backed Patagonia, a power vacuum in the capital, Puerto Madryn, was almost inevitable with most Red soldiers away at the front lines. In an astounding turn of events, infamous bandolero Alfredo Fonte el Toscano and a collection of mercenaries, misfits and leftist radicals seized the capital, declaring the spinelessness of the socialist government at an end. Okay. Saudi Arabia has joined the Cairo Pact. Germany has declared war on Estonia and Latvia. So both of the major powers here are distracted with other wars. Although I somewhat suspect that the war against Estonia and Latvia is going to be over a lot quicker. Alright, let's focus on the computers. Actually, before we do that, I just want to take a look to see if there's anything else that we could be researching instead. Don't think so. So yeah, focus on the computers. Computer technology is in its infancy, but already we can see the benefits of it offers to encryption and decryption efforts. Australasia needs to stay ahead of this, or our enemies will end up knowing our moves long before we do. France is already marching in. And now the Socialist Republic of Italy is fighting against Huzzah! To Sicily, so Italy is now a war zone, and the Italian Republic has declared war on the Socialist Republic of Italy, but this has just opened up a new front against Austria, which is really bad for Austria, because at this stage of the game, the Internationale is going to hugely outnumber them. Dispersed industry. So it is still 37. We could upgrade our guns a little bit ahead of time. I totally forgot to start my destroyers upgrading. How long until you get this? 30 days. You know what? We'll sit on that research spot for 30 days. And we're also going to upgrade the destroyers now, while I'm thinking about it. So this was going to be the Nemander class. And you're going to have torpedo 2s, you're going to have engine 2s, sonar, light battery, anti-sub 2s. This is half the price of a destroyer, which I'm okay spending. Because there are some fairly significant upgrades. Actually, this only actually increases your speed by 2 knots. I didn't realise that these guys were already so... Whoops. Did not mean to duplicate you. So quick. Yeah, the light battery upgrade's a big one. I think the torpedoes are quite a big one. Yeah, they are. What? Right, I need to sort out my list of ships. Improved carrier, improved heavy carrier, improved carrier, converted, into war, experimental, into war, Weltkrieg, pre-Weltkrieg, improved, into war, Weltkrieg, pre-Weltkrieg, into war, Weltkrieg, pre-Weltkrieg, into war, Weltkrieg, pre-Weltkrieg. Did it just not save? It just didn't save. Okay. Well, let's try that again then. So we want this to be the Nimander. And it's going to be Anti-War 2, Light Battery 1, Sonar, Torpedo 2s, and that's it, 350. I don't feel like that's saving. Alright, so tier 2 destroyers are what? Weltkrieg lights. So if we go to here, scroll all the way down to the bottom. Weltkrieg lightship hulls. W class. Ah, let's duplicate this first. And this is an Amanda. That. Not changing the engine. Sonar. Gun 2. Torpedoes. Save. There we go. Why are you telling me there's no available ships for this? There clearly is. And this time it did cost me points. What? Doesn't show what tier it is, unfortunately, here. I don't think it is a different hull type, though. It's a Weltkrieg light ship. That's what these are, too. Weltkrieg light ships. See, this isn't saving for some reason. Why not? It's not even letting me save it now. So far, so good. That's everything, isn't it? Except it doesn't let me save it. Now, oversized navy just reduces the number you can produce, so refitting them will be 25% slower, but the refit cost is super low anyway, so it doesn't matter. I think it's because these are base templates and I can't edit that. Oh well. Guess these ships are going to suck then, because they have no sonar. Italian Republic has joined the Donau Ariabund. Mexico has joined the Third Internationale. That's an interesting idea. It's going to be a full surround on Annecy. Meanwhile, how long until I can actually researchify? Well, we were going to wait for Focus on Computers to finish, weren't we? There isn't a W-class light cruiser and W-class destroyers there, no. Those were all destroyers. I separated out the cruisers. These are my cruisers. Chatham class, Birmingham class, Hawkins class. They're different ships. Germany took 2 states. Latvia was annexed. What if you build one, then refit the rest of them to that? Let me just double check that this template is now correct. Yeah, it is. Interesting idea. I like it. Creative thinking. So we're going to build one more of these, then we'll switch to the destroyer. In fact, let's queue it up now. I'm just doing this in the wrong order. Like so. And that way we lose absolutely no production time. You can get delay. Yeah, war in Italy is raging at the moment. I have a feeling the Socialist Republic's going to struggle. Like, this is going to die for sure, because they're stuck between a pincer attack, although they're keeping that port, which is going to allow them to escape in Livorno. Huzzah! Cypher7, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Maudlings. Thank you very, very much. Union of Britain declared war on Ireland. Switzerland, meanwhile, is under attack from absolutely every direction. They don't have a huge amount of manpower. Where's his hat gone? Oh, stop removing the hats. The hats are awesome. Kaiserreich really seems to have developed a thing against hats recently. Like, any character that had a hat is losing them.
Orders, sir.
You're very, very nearly trained, so then we can switch you over. Focus on computers is almost done. There you are.
Alright, sir.
You join the defensive forces. And now we're at capacity. Like, this is all of the defenses I'm going to be building for a while, I suspect. Just realised there's another... I can't actually launch that destroyer even if I build it, because I have no manpower. Okay, so you have finished all of the infrastructure construction that we were working on. And the infrastructure of this area sucks. Let's get a little bit more in New Zealand. Two more days. One more day. So you can now start researching computing machines, although we are half a year ahead of time. We still get it done in less than a year, which is good. And then we can get our increased research funding for another research slot, which is great. Our research investments to date have paid off. It's time to increase our rate of advancement to keep pace with the larger nations in the world. So we're going to be a fairly small, but very, very technologically advanced nation. Because we are going to have a really, really crazy research rate too. Ah! We could change... No, we need manpower law. We have to do the forced conscription. Bye-bye stability. It was nice knowing you while we had you. And we are now on limited conscription. Then after this, I believe we can change conscription ourselves. Yes. Yes, we can. So now I just need to be at war again. Unfortunately, the Third Internationale is not at war with Germany, so I can't join them. Nowhere has the issue of conscription been more sensitive than in New Zealand, a territory that already felt it when it joined. It was unwilling. I have no idea what that sentence is supposed to say. A territory that already felt it was joined to unwillingly by the Consolidation of Resources Act in 1924. Now that conscription has been forced on the nation by the Australasian government, riots have broken out across the state, with many rioters angrily burning Australasian flags and vowing that New Zealand should not be part of this confederation at all. Are you kidding me? They lose the claims and the cause, and then I regain them the day later. New Zealand. Oh dear. Perfectly timed. Perfectly. Oh, that was beautiful. And that still left me with enough early mobilization? Why can't I do this? Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing for political power. Never mind. Germany's Asia took 2 states. Indo-Chinese Union was taken, so that was a fail. How are the Lend-Leases going? Half done, half done. TSA has almost sent all of the guns already. And we have this wondrous thing called manpower once again. But I'm going to wait until this destroyer is released before we start building any more guard divisions. Alash Order has joined the Russian alliance. With the eruption of war in North America, the balance of power suddenly and irrevocably changed. Indo-Chinese Revolution is defeated. Despite ferocious guerrilla warfare by the Viet Minh troops, the German army has managed to thwart the Viet Minh revolt in Indochina. The leaders of the Indo-Chinese Union, hiding in plain sight of reeds after the central government evacuating from Saigon, are assumed dead after the German troops launched a thorough sweep. However, there are rumours that Viet Minh leaders are crossing borders and fleeing to other countries. Whatever may be the case, the war has left an indelible scar upon the land, with thousands of villages ruined and millions losing their home in the vicious fight between the German troops and the Viet Cong guerrilla. Why was your message being checked by the mod? Because you said you were burning a flag. It's not just words, it's entire sentences that Twitch seems able to pick up upon. Alright, research funding is still underway. Nice, fairly short one. They were burning the Australasian flag first. You're not wrong. Serbian Republic declared war on Bulgaria, and thus that particular fight starts. I don't think that Bulgaria stands a chance. Now watch as Bulgaria wins, the only time we've ever seen them win. A country was reborn in the Balkans after the Weltkrieg, Greater Bulgaria. Too bad it then died. Because the Bulgarian AI is completely incompetent. Oh, it's too bad that the Italian Republic didn't take the whole of that stake, because then the two Sicilies would have been locked out completely. Middle Africa and Portugal have made a peace. Middle Africa took the whole of the Portuguese territories. Middle Africa grows ever larger. Oh, I have a decision. War propaganda. Which would increase my war support. No. I think I'll leave that for now. And there it is. Increased research funding is done. Now we have another research slot. Marvellous. Let's get our oil refining to be more efficient so we don't need to import quite so much. Then it is going to be time for us to begin investing in the economy because we haven't recovered our economic stuff yet. What's that one do again? Stability and political power. Yeah, definitely. The Australasian economy has been suffering from a severe depression for the last 5 years. We must assess where opportunities lie and prepare our industry to be properly expanded if we're to have any hope of pulling ourselves out of this quagmire. Wow. Yeah, the Bulgarians truly are screwed. Alright, machine tools, done. Which is all of these. We could get better equipment conversion, especially as we are dispersed industry. Let's get excavation and those resource thingies done. Basically just picking up some freebies. And okay, we've built that destroyer. So still denying that there is a possibility for an upgrade. Even though the ship exists right here, and see, it's a tier 2 destroyer. I just can't upgrade these for some reason. Let's see if it's a bug. I doubt it, but we can check. And Mordred's house bar, so I can start. I'm pretty sure it's not blocked. Like, this is a bug we've seen before, but I do remember we got around it. I just don't remember how. Well, no, we didn't. I seem to remember we got around it with the West Indies Federation, except it just let us refit without actually doing any upgrades. Nada. What if we made it obsolete? What if we made the W classes not obsolete?